Hey, welcome to New Jump City, everybody, where we recap the week in American and Japanese sequential art. I am your host, Christian, the unbiased king. Wait, we can do better than that. Do it again, Brian. Unbiased king. All right, I guess that's as loud as it goes.
I turned it up.
All right, one more time. Espinal, and joining me in person, it is the man, the myth, the legend, the tank top sage. It's Joshua Gangsta Time Code.
It's called Partner, but it should be called Gangsta Time. What's up, everybody? What's good, Chris?
Hey. Also joining us in person, live, it is my brother, our producer, edgelord, Big News Brian.
I pressed the right one this time.
You did it, Brian. You did it. And we're here live. Very excited. We haven't done these in a while, so very, very excited to be here. How are you guys doing this week? We're good?
Hell yeah. Yeah, I'm chilling.
Oh,
I've been already in my life.
Me neither. I have made no progress in my Shonen Jump journey. So, I got through another batch of Witch Watch. It's fine. Nothing much to report. It's just okay. And I'm going to go into my next batch of Ultimate Exorcist Kyoshi. But until then, that's all I got for that. It is fine. Josh, how's your One Piece journey?
One Piece has been in top form. I just finished the Wano Odin flashback. Was reminded of a few key things.
Mm-hmm.
I really hate when there's things I had. It's under your seat. I hate when I don't remember the details because I feel like that's what the whole point of rereading this and talking about it on the podcast is. But I just don't really know where to begin other than just saying it's incredible.
Where did you leave off?
Found out Kanjuro was the traitor. And also found out that hating ass Orochi's plan to stop the raid did not work. And all of the samurai that came and have been waiting for 20 years for vengeance are on their way to Onigashima Island.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. As I mentioned to you guys earlier, there was no signs of Kanjuro being a traitor. None that you can really put your finger on. And I think it was just still effective that Oda he made a point that, Kanjuro was still providing information even after the time skip. Actually, you know what? That's what I want to talk to you guys about. It doesn't seem like Kanjuro was helping them out, like helping out Orochi prior to the time skip, but it did at some point. At what point did he indoctrinate Kanjuro? Was it before he even became a samurai? And when I mean like before he met I think
he
Odin?
had to have been that young,
So he planned to run into Odin, and then he said, "Please let me follow you." Right?
Probably, yeah.
That was.
I think so.
The one thing
because there's a reason he didn't tell him his whole name. Like he didn't know he was an Orochi guy.
True.
A Kurozumi.
I don't think he was the only one that didn't say his full name though. I'll say this: I think him out of all the other people when they were introduced, he just said, "Oh, this little freak." He said that about him, and he didn't have anything so callous to say about anybody else. Not that I remember. I mean, he helped everybody else in this situation. Kanjuro, he just stopped him from robbing people or from attacking Odin, and then he said, "Take me with you." I don't know. I'm kind of reaching. I can't wait to get into the actual fight. I mean, I can wait, actually. I'm getting dangerously close to catching up.
Are you? Yeah, I guess it does. Yeah. I guess from here on out, it's pretty quick because it's mostly action.
Yeah. That's all I got to say, though.
Hell yeah. Well, then I suppose we should move into the show proper because I've got. Oh, Brian, have you been reading anything?
Yes, I've been reading this like somewhat new series. I forget what it's called. I'm trying to find. Kuru Mizawa's Folly.
I've seen that. I haven't read it. I'm just like, what?
Folly.
What are
Folly,
they doing
yeah.
here?
I've been reading it. Did you read the first chapter?
I haven't finished it. No.
Do you know what it's about?
No, not really.
Oh my god, this series is. I'm so confused. I'm very confused reading it because I can't tell what it's trying to say right now.
Mm.
But essentially, it's about this this hit mangaka, right? He was a big deal, and he's trying to get one more hit before he retires. Because right now the times are changing, and the manga industry is different from how it was when he was popular. So he's like washed up, and
he has to make his female characters have a personality. That's wrong. A bunch of mangas had plenty of good female characters. That was ignorant.
Well, his thing is like he's like old school or whatever, like old school art drawings and stuff. But he finds this kid who can't read, who can't write, but he can draw the fuck out of manga. And he tricks this kid into living with him and tricks him into drawing a manga for him.
What the hell?
And because the kid can't read or write, he cannot see that the mangaka is using his name on top of the art.
Yo.
So the whole story is essentially like him trying to keep this kid from figuring out that he is stealing his work for his own.
Wow.
So it's a very interesting concept, but they keep trying to paint it as though it's like this team thing. Like
I have to read this.
like they like he makes it clear that this guy's a piece of shit a little bit, but they're also making it weird where it's just like, wow, they're almost a really good team together. This would never work if they weren't both so incredibly good.
As he's like just tricking this kid.
Yeah, that's the series. And I'm confused reading it because I'm like, no, this guy's legit like a really big piece of shit. He is exploiting the fuck out of this kid, and there's no redeeming quality to this. Wow. So I don't know. It's like it's a very interesting concept. I just don't know what the fuck they're trying to say right now. I just don't.
That's interesting.
Well, I think it's fun to read. I'm not gonna lie, regardless of my confusion.
Yeah.
Is this the guy that's finessing the kid?
Mm-hmm.
What?
That's
Is he American?
No, he's just I don't know why they drew him like that, but yeah, that's him. So like his skill is that he's really good at like I guess, you know, doing all the things that surround the drawing.
He said,
so
you stay here, to the kid in the car. And it's phrased as I got this from here, but he's finessing him.
yeah, no, that's part of the trick, right? Because so this kid idolizes him. So like he based all of his art off of like this guy's art.
Wow.
So he learned how to draw because he was inspired by this guy.
Damn.
So he was seeing that as him like, you know, standing up for his art. But in actuality, it was actually him standing up for himself to try to get the pages through, so that way the manga could come out the next day. It was like a deadline thing.
Yeah, I may have to check this out. I think it's a very interesting concept.
Yeah, it's I recommend it. It's a confusing read, but it's fun.
Yeah, I saw it come up randomly on Jump, and it's like, this is definitely not a Jump series. So where did they get this from?
I think it comes out like on Mondays or something, or Tuesdays. I forget. It's like a random.
Maybe it's in the same magazine as Dandadan.
It could be in the same magazine as Dandadan, or the same magazine as what's the name of that series? I can't remember. Why can't I remember it? The guy Kaiju number 8.
Oh, okay.
It could be in the same as that as well. I'm not sure, but
wow.
I know it doesn't come out on Sundays. I know that much.
Well, that's fun. I'm gonna check that out. But in the meantime, we should probably get the main show started, shall we?
Yeah.
Let's go, Brian. Hit the thing. World Trigger.
Oh, we're starting with the goat?
We're starting with the GOAT
Wow.
World Trigger.
We're starting with the fucking goat. That's crazy.
This is World Trigger, Chapter 258, the Away Mission Test Phase 2, Part 1. So last we left off, we got the rules of the away test, and we got a couple of little moments with characters. We learned about OG's backstory, and we started to understand Suwa's plan in the phase 2 to kind of put Osamu on the pedestal a little bit, let him lead a little more, just so he could look good to the people, because he's the only one on their squad who's actively shooting for a spot in the away mission. So they want to help him out and help get him there. We're starting this chapter at 8:45 a.m., pretty close to the actual start time of the away mission. And they're met with I guess a worker from Border. He shows up and he gives them their triggers for phase 2. And activating the triggers, they find out, will transport them to one of the terminals on the map. The test begins at 9 a.m. But until then, be sure to stay within the 30-meter radius of the terminal. And once they spawn, they can communicate with their allied squads. So that's fun. This guy gives them 2 additional rules. Those with away mission experience cannot be a commander for each team. So that's a lot of A rank people that can't be commanders. There's certain people on the B rank team that can't be away members or commanders of the team, because they have away mission experience, like the A rankers that are there, and so on and so forth. The second rule is that while Jin is still allowed to use his side effect to see the future, he is forbidden from telling others what he sees from it. So he can't communicate what he sees when he looks into the future. So yeah, they ask if there's any questions, and they ask if they have to return the triggers that they used in phase 1. And the guy explains, no, they'll be confiscated at the end. And they ask who's like defending Border while all of the strongest people are doing this test. And they explain that there's the low rank B squads and select C rank agents are going to be filling in on guard duty. Supervising them will be Agent Amo, who is one of the black trigger holders of Border.
Isn't that the nuking guy? The guy who
We don't know we don't know his powers exactly, but he's like the strongest guy at Border, it seems. It'll be Amo, it'll be Shinoda and Nasu, funnily enough, who will be supervising the squads, which is pretty cool. So yeah, they activate their triggers and they get teleported to a school gymnasium, which is surprising. Their uniforms are very different from their usual try-on body uniforms. They have these cool black top and I guess some kind of colored pants on. So yeah, the operators have...
Looks clean.
Yeah, it looks cool. The operators have a laptop that's strapped to their back and also like hovers around them, so they can like walk around and run with it activated. Ui immediately activates her laptop, and they notice that they're all in Terminal 7 because they're Squad 7. Oki, sorry, I think I called him OG before. Oki and Osamu go up to the roof and see that the map is humongous. It's a way bigger map than they expected. And there might be a serious distance between each terminal. So, they come back into the gym and they notice that the girls are looking at these series of numbers. There's like a countdown to the start of the test, and this number 1000 that's on it, which is, I guess, the health of the shield that guards the terminals. As they're looking at the map, they notice that one of the terminals actually suffers some damage, so they don't know what that was about. At that point, they start getting a call from Terminal 5, where Squad 5 is, which is Kuruma's squad. And yeah, everybody is basically arrived at a terminal that their team is numbered after. So squad number 1 is at Terminal 1, and so on and so forth. So they immediately decide to elect a commander. So, they start to discuss and all that stuff. And Urashima actually brings up the point, is like, why do we even need a commander? Why can't we just take action on our own? And they're like, oh, well, it should be fine if some squads act independently, but we need somebody evaluating at a bird's eye. So Suwa immediately elects Kodera. And which is surprising. I forgot that Kodera, I think he's on Arashiyama squad, who has never been to the neighbor world, so he has no experience and he technically counts. And they choose him because he basically has like the experience with A ranks and he knows how they think and all that stuff. So yeah.
And he also has Kitora as well.
Yeah,
which
he also
is
has Kitora.
A good second to have.
Yeah.
I just need to see a battle between Mikumo and
Jin.
no, his rival, bro. Kazam, what we just they
Are you
just
talking
made
about the
him.
gun guy that?
No, the
from-
guy that just
Mizukami?
no, the guy that just made the leader.
Oh, Kodera.
Kodera?
Kodera, yeah. Mikumo, I'm telling you, Mikumo and Kodera.
Isn't Kodera an A ranker?
Kodera
Yeah, so
is
when
an-
he gets to the A rank, they're gonna have a rank.
Are they
war.
rivals?
No,
They're
not.
going to be. They're both glasses smart guys. You're laughing, but you know,
Well, they're
there's
different.
no way. There's no way.
I think they're different though.
obviously they're not the same fucking person.
No, I'm saying
No,
like
Kodera's a sniper.
they're
from,
glasses and smart.
Mm.
Glasses, smart strategy.
I'd say like
He might be the one that pushes Mukumo to actually step up and learn how to fight more.
Mm.
I think Kodera.
But Kodera
Kodera
doesn't
can.
do that because Kodera is a sniper. He himself doesn't get into the fray.
And plus, I feel like Kodera is more like I feel like he's more book smart than Osamu is. Osamu is like a Chad. He's like a Chad.
Oh yeah, smarts
glasses
versus
smart
smarts. Come on, y'all don't want to see that,
I don't think he's even the strategist of his team.
bro. Kodera's got glasses.
What
He
squad
does
is Kodera on?
Smarts.
Kodera, I don't think he's actually on.
That's the guy we're talking about, right? This guy with the
Yeah.
glasses. That's A rank. You sure he's a
Kodera
sniper?
World Trigger. Yes, he's a sniper for sure.
Okay.
He is on Miwa's squad. Miwa's never been to the neighbor world.
Who's
Miwa,
Miwa, the short dude?
no, Miwa is the guy who hates neighbors and
Lead bullets. Lead bullets.
He's on Miwa's squad.
Mm-hmm. Miwa has 2 snipers and Yoneya.
Yeah, he's with Yonea.
Yeah,
That's the other fucking
yeah.
character,
Yeah.
man.
Well, in any case, Osamu's rival has accepted the position of overall commander of the B rank squads. So they're thinking of gathering information. So, they're asking people to report in with any noteworthy observations. They ask about Terminal 11 that suffered damages. And Ninomiya explains that he asked Squad 11 to strike the terminal to see how much damage it would take, or to get a gauge of how long it would actually take to destroy or to inflict damage on the shield. And Hughes did it, and with one swing of a Kogetsu, it went down 3 points. So it would take a lot to bring this down, really. So, Kodera's like, okay, cool, that's good information. I'll keep that in mind. Anyone else have any observation? And then Osamu comes in. He's like, sorry, this isn't related to the observation I've made, but when this test phase begins, should we perhaps rendezvous at the front line? They're explaining that solo squads run the risk of being wiped out. So I suggest we team up in groups of at least 2 squads each, so that when the A rankers show up, they won't be immediately fucking killed.
Yeah.
So yeah, Kitora and Yuma agree. And I forget Kai, I think this kid's name is. He has like, group it together makes sense, but like, what about the terminals in the rear? They'll be sitting ducks. And they're like, well, I mean, I guess he's thinking of stonewalling the opponent, and he's like, no, not exactly, but I think this may sound extreme, but we should sacrifice half of their terminals. And everybody's like, what?
half of our terminals.
Oh, did I say?
You say half of theirs. But
Oh, sorry. Half of our terminals, meaning the B rank squad terminals. And they're like, what? Osama's like, to start with, our team of provisional squads has a clear advantage. And Kodera and Mizukami are both like, he's right.
He's right, you know.
He's right, you know.
Is that an anime thing, you know?
I don't think so. I think
They say that a lot in anime.
They do say that.
They do.
yeah.
Especially in the slice of life ones.
Oh, really?
I'm making that one up, but
Okay.
I feel only off of confirmation bias. But yeah,
Yeah.
they say you know after things.
Mm. I think like the English dubs of Naruto later on, they started making that a thing.
He's right, you know.
He's right, you know. Anyway, Osamu explains that they've got 15 more agents than they do, or 13 more if you exclude the operators. We may even boast a larger army of Tryon soldiers, so their strength in numbers. And the one thing that Battle Sims made especially clear is the sheer power of overlapping cluster of ranged attacks. So, yeah, basically they're just like planning on overwhelming the A rank squads by quantity versus quality. So, you know, it's working out. He's saying that even if we were to lose 6 terminals and they're for 3,000 points, we'd still have a shot of victory as long as we maintain our edge in firepower. On the other hand, fighting to keep every terminal intact could very well lose us the numbers advantages. OG breaks in and he's like, wait, I mostly agree with Osamu's line of thinking. I don't know how he's pronouncing it. I think Osamu is probably what he's saying.
It's probably a Japanese pun.
Yeah. Because like OG's character quirk is that he purposefully or gives people nicknames. Like I think he calls Chica Amatriciana. So he says, but what say we do sacrifice a number of terminals, that'll saddle us with a pretty massive points gap, and that puts us at a disadvantage if they decide to run the clock out. And if that's the case, then they would have to launch an all-out assault on A rankers who are hunkering down and shoring up an ironclad defense. He's like, does that sound peachy to you? And Osamu's like, actually, yeah, bitch. I said what I said.
It seems like that inspired another idea into Osamu's head.
Yeah, no, I know. But I like the idea that he's like, yes, I didn't stutter.
You heard me.
Yeah. He said, I would still prioritize grouping up. So Kodera's like, okay, cool. Then
I don't understand why they're all like Osam. Like, what's?
I think it's
he's using his first
It must be
name?
a pun. It must be a Japanese
No,
pun.
because OG has a tendency to like give people nicknames.
Yeah.
So my interpretation of this, he calls him Osamu instead of Osamu. Because like I think Chica's name is like Triciana, Ameritriciana or something.
Yes, for some reason.
I think Amatori is why. And he just gave her a needlessly.
But it means something.
I think he calls Yuma Cougar or something like that.
Yuma Cougar.
Yeah.
Because Cougar.
Yeah, he calls him
Right.
Cougar.
There's the broccoli dude.
Yeah.
Cassio.
Yeah.
He calls him
Yeah.
because he's like
No, Casio, he calls Casio.
because of the watch. Yes.
Yeah.
Which is did you know that's a Japanese brand, Casio?
Yeah.
I didn't know that for a long time. That's why they have G-Shocks. G-Shocks.
Yeah, this is a G-Shock.
It's a nice one too. I want to get an all black one too.
Yeah. But yeah, they
Okay, so I just looked it up. I guess the trivia says that it might be a pun for Occam's razor
that's crazy.
or awesome tea.
Oh, so you're right. They are saying instead of Osamu, he's saying Asamu.
Osamu.
Awesome.
So I'm sure it's a pun for something in Japanese. But
Yeah.
it's like a translation thing.
Yeah. But in any case, they explained that the terminals 2, 3, and 4, and 5 will form their front line, and as soon as the phase begins, he wants all other squads to rendezvous with a frontline squad as they've indicated. So they're like, hey, be ready and be on the lookouts for threats. For all others, find out any information you can along the way and forward it up the chain. So, hell yeah. Everybody's starting to get moving. Emma starts to think to himself. He's like, I wouldn't say Mikumo's plan is necessarily off the mark, but I think the A rankers are way bigger threats than they're considering.
Is he on an A rank squad?
Emma, no, he's on Kagura squad.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, it's 51 seconds to the start of the test. We get a really cool couple of pages reminding us who's on what squad. We got
And who's worth what?
yeah, and who's worth how many points. I would love to go down this list to remind myself and to further remember everybody's names, but that would take forever. But I'll just include the key characters, I suppose. Kuga, Yuma is on Utagawa squad. We see what's it? Ikoma's on OG squad. That's exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Kagiura is on Kakizaki's squad. The A rank Kikuchihara is on Kitazo squad. We have our boy Yuba, who's on
That's my
Kuruma
goat.
squad.
That's my goat. That's
Yeah.
my favorite character.
Kitora is on Kodera squad. Suwa squad, of course. No need for introduction there. Chika is on Ninomiya squad along with Azuma and Emma. Mizukame squad, of course, which has Arafune, stuff like that. Murakami squad, which has Kumagai, I guess. That's one of the more notable ones to be Kumagai.
I think Murakami is literally like the
he's the star of that show there, I suppose. And of course, Wakamura squad that has Hughes and also Sasamura. We also actually get to see a lot of the A rank squads.
Mhm.
Some of these guys we're meeting for the first time.
Yeah, like Katagari squad.
Yeah, we've seen some members of Katagiri squad before, but not all of them together. So that's pretty exciting. I don't know what this lady has on her head there. Is that the operator?
Probably. No, the operator has the short bob cut.
Okay. No, that's what I'm saying. The one with the thing on their head. I don't know what that is. But
Yeah, I don't know what that. No, this is the operator.
yeah. Oh,
She
okay.
has
Her.
the book bag. You could tell she has.
Oh,
the
she does.
strap.
She does
Yeah.
have a thing there. Miwa squad, of course, that now has Rindo and Ren on his team. Kako squad. We've only seen Kako and I think her name is Kure before.
Is this the all girl squad?
Mm-hmm. We've never seen An, the other person here. I know that Mai is the operator. Arashiyama squad is here, who has Kyoko Sawamura. We're seeing Kusakabe squad in its entirety for the first time.
Wait, is Sawamura the lady that defends in
Yes.
place of
Yeah.
Kojima?
We have Kusakabe squad all together for the first time.
I really want to see that gunner in action.
Which one?
The guy with the glasses.
Oh yeah,
he's the A rank number one
yeah,
hunter, right?
yeah.
the number one
right?
gunner.
It
Yes.
acted like he
I-
was nobody.
Yeah, I
Mhm.
want to see him and I want to see him do some shit.
Yeah. We have Kazama squad, which includes the two engineers, Michael Cronin. We know him as Mikhail, and as well Raizo, who's apparently super nice. And Fuyushima squad, which only has two agents on it, which is Fuyushima himself and Toma, the number one sniper.
Who's Raizo with him?
Raizo, yes, he's the engineer.
Cronin is the
Yeah.
Canadian, right?
Yeah, the Canadian.
Neighbor.
Oh, they have both the fucking.
They
like,
have both the
they-
engineers.
the fucking what is it? The solo fighting sharks or whatever.
Yeah.
One's a neighbor, one's a regular dude, right?
Yeah, one's a regular dude watching over Enadora. Actually, that was his main job,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
he's the guy.
You're right.
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's some like really subtle foreshadowing there. I did not notice that.
Yeah, they really left him with them. That's pretty cool. Anyway,
Now it makes sense why they left him with that with Enadora.
yeah,
Bro, they got to fight Tamakoma one.
yeah. Tamakoma 1 is here. I forgot they actually
What?
had to. They would have.
Bro, these niggas is ODing.
That makes
With
entirely.
Jin, by the way.
Yeah,
which
Jin is also there.
I can't imagine that Jin is going to be involved with anybody in the A rank side. I feel like they're going to have him be his own individual.
No, he's on Tamakoma 1.
Yeah, no, but what I'm saying is I'm pretty sure he's just going to cut loose and just do whatever the fuck
Probably.
he wants
I don't
to.
know.
It
We'll
makes
see.
more. I think it's more viable for him to do that, especially since he can't share.
Yeah,
his
exactly.
information.
That's what I'm saying. I
So
feel like
he might get in the way.
yeah, exactly.
Well, I
So-
figure he can't use his black trigger either. Well, he
No,
doesn't have it. Yeah,
so-
right. But also, Yuri Rindo is on
That
there.
was such a weird fucking arc, by the way.
What?
Every now and then I think about that. How just remember when they was fighting Jin and what were they trying? They were trying to
They were trying to
arrest-
kill Yuma.
they're trying to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And he got in the way.
And Jin got in the way.
And then he bartered by giving away his black trigger.
And my thing is like, why was they okay with that? Why?
Because
I'm happy that they spared Kuma's life, but
so let me tell you, I remember. So the reason why they were okay with it was because Jin displayed by fucking everybody up the power of that black trigger.
was that the first time they seen how strong it was?
No, I think that was the convincing, like a bargaining chip. Like, so he essentially fucked everybody up with it just to like refresh their memory on how fucking strong it is.
Well, it's also like it was a balance of power thing because
Yeah.
HQ has a black trigger and Tamakoma has a black trigger. So
Oh,
it was more like, I'm going to give you this black trigger if you give us Yuma.
and they don't want Tamakoma having something.
Yeah.
Right, they have like a little contentious.
Yeah, there's like a little
I
bit
know.
of a
But
power.
I remember
struggle there.
Jin had to like fight them to like show them.
You know,
So-
it definitely helped
No,
that
yeah, yeah.
he showed that he could take care of the number one squads with this black trigger.
Oh, he packed.
It was
these niggas
1v like
up, bro.
Well, actually, our Arashiyama squad was there, I think. So it wasn't.
it didn't
1v.
matter.
It
who
wasn't
was.
one
They all
versus-
lost.
Yeah. Yeah.
pretty handedly too. I think. I don't
Yeah,
think,
they beat him pretty bad.
yeah. I don't think did anybody on Jin's side.
This nigga
Bail out?
Arashiyama
No.
or the guy, the one that hates neighbors, he survived.
Miwa?
Miwa?
Yeah, he didn't get like smoked. But I mean, he would have.
Yeah.
Tachikawa squad at the end.
Yeah, Tachikawa squad at the end here.
They're missing one
That's
person,
also
aren't they?
no. They have everybody.
There's 4 names, but there's only 3 of them in the panel.
3, 1, 2, 3, 4. No, the operator's there.
Oh, never mind. I was just because
Oh yeah, it's cut off. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
cuts her off. Cuts this guy off.
But yeah, those are all the squads. The Suwa squad explains their formation. Katori's going to take point. Ui's in the center with Suwa on her right and Osamu on her left, and Oki's coming up the rear. So that's exciting. They're gonna Suwa instructs Ui to pay attention to how Katori moves because that's gonna be little hints as to operating a Trion body. It seems like she's never been in one before. So yeah, the chapter ends here with the way mission test, selection test, long-term combat phase begin.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh
RGC
yeah.
for me.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Are you guys? Are we unified on this or what?
Yes.
Are you?
Well, I
what
mean,
about you, Josh?
Give me 1 second.
Well,
While we wait, should I
Brian,
get into my thoughts?
yeah, Brian, you tell us your thoughts on
Oh
Watcher.
my fucking god. Man, like what really sold this chapter for me was the pages
Yeah,
of
that's
them
my
showing.
RGC.
It is? Okay,
Unified RGC. Unified RGC.
It was almost as good as this week's Cool was probably almost.
cool. But yeah, like what really sold this chapter for me was the like rundown on all the squads that are participating.
That was nice to have.
Oh my god, I got so hype.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, it was actually a goosebumps moment because it's like the stage is set. This is the main event of this fucking arc, and we're finally here. We finally made it. We made it through all the homework. We made it through all the video games, and we are here. They are out of that fucking room, and they are gonna do some shit now. I'm so excited to see all the dynamics. I really hope that we get to see how the A rankers are planning on their end as well.
Yeah.
I am genuinely hoping, but at the end of the day, I wouldn't be super disappointed because the B rank side has so much going on.
Mm.
So like there's so many different plot threads that they can jump into. They have shit going on with Mizukami. They got shit going on with Wakamura. They got shit going on with Suwa Squad. They got shit going on with Kodera. They just set up like a bajillion different plot points.
Yeah.
And they can literally, this guy can pull from like any part of that hat. Like even on like there's certain characters where they're just like Kagura and what's his name, like Inukai. They have that whole thing going on where they're just like How are they going to be on the battlefield now after being forced to be with each other for a long time? Has their relationship improved, or is that going to be what kind of fucks them both over? Or like, is Wakamura going to, step up and become a better leader? I don't know. It's just there's so many things that they can do. So if we don't get to see the A rankers, I wouldn't be entirely disappointed. So yeah, I am so pumped. I've never been more pumped to read World Trigger, like the next chapter of World Trigger, until like this very moment. This is peak. I'm so excited. But that's it for me. Josh, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm excited too. It's been a long time since we got some legitimate combat out of this series, and I wanted to make a point and relate this to another series that I've read. Watched honestly. It's Vinland Saga. You guys know it. And excuse me. This season 2 is a big barrier for a lot of people who were used to the series being a certain way. It was a dramatic shift, and it was weird for me too. I'm never gonna say I mean I won't say that I didn't like it, but I definitely thought I was gonna end up falling off from the series. I'm like, what's going on? I was trying to wait for them to reconnect it back to what was happening, and I thought maybe this was like this was happening alongside, and that it would converge into what happened with Thorfinn and all of that. But I'm glad I stuck through it and ended up being pleasantly surprised. And I think this whole arc that just passed with World Trigger is similar to that, because even though the fighting stopped, the series, in my opinion, was still incredibly good. Every week I wanted to read it, and I was genuinely interested in what the characters had to say to each other. I said this, we said this, all of us said this a bunch of times. This arc was about setting the groundwork for the rest of the series. I have no idea how long this guy plans to write World Trigger for or whatever, and I'm not going to stay optimistic that he's going to be writing this for the next 20 years. So I know he's going to wrap it up at some point, but I truly believe that this away mission was him doing a lot of that work to build connections with these characters that he's going to be able to branch off and build off of and play on. Like Brian was saying, I really want to emphasize that. Like that, I didn't know that World Trigger could pull it off. I stuck with it, and I figured I'd keep reading it until I get bored, I guess, in this arc. But I never got truly bored. I stood interested, and now I feel like we're about to be really fucking rewarded.
Yeah.
What I feel so bad for people who don't read this series. And niggas say that about a lot of series. Niggas say that about certain series, and like I just wish I could prove it to them scientifically that they're wrong and I'm right about World Trigger.
Yeah.
Or that, not that they're wrong, but it's like, you may have a point, and I'm sure your series is good because there's something out there for everybody, right? But World Trigger is objectively better than everything else you read. I need to find a way to get that across, unless they read One Piece, I guess.
How do we make that convincing to people?
I just feel like, sorry, like to interrupt,
No, yeah.
but it's just like he just writes characters so effortlessly.
Too good.
Like he just like they
good.
all feel like real people with real motivations. Like there's certain characters that have a lot to prove. There's certain characters that have different motivations. Like it feels like they are all characters that are actively moving on their own. It's not just like the mangaka that's controlling them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm really invested in the group that's with Mikumo. I was gonna ask if if there's a character or 2 or 3 that you guys are really looking forward to, like being showcased during this exam. And I gotta be clear. I mean, it's probably cheesy, but I mean Mikumo,
obviously, always Osamu.
What's her name? Katori, and I'm gonna say, I don't want to say Wakamura.
You're not?
It
You're not
is.
interested in
It is,
Wakamura?
but I'm not gonna say him. I'm gonna say Ima.
Oh, really?
I'm really interested in, and mostly because of how him and Amatori develop. Because, I think this is a series that if it's gonna have romance in it, he's gonna like do it the right way and help and have them build. And I want to see if Ima like if they're just gonna be like cool like friends, or if Ima's really gonna take a step to try to like show like, hey, I care about you. I'm not really interested in the characters doing that because they're fictional.
Yeah.
I'm interested in how the author is going to make this happen.
And plus, they're two kids with big potential, with two very, very storied like guys on their squad.
Yeah.
Like having a guy like Azuma and fucking Ninomiya on your team, like, and your rookies, you're gonna get a lot of experience from those two.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still hoping that Ninomiya pulls what's her name over to the shooter side, and Azuma like digs in with Emma, and he's like, you know what, I got you. I'm gonna make sure you're the best.
Well, Chika can use shooter bullets. She does use shooter bullets.
But her thing, like, she doesn't need finesse. I feel like Ninomiya,
She sure doesn't.
She really doesn't.
You're right. I mean, I'd love to see it, but
But the thing is, maybe Ninomiya could like maybe get her to get a little creative or get a little saucy with it. But
yeah, I don't want her to I don't expect her to be Nasu.
yeah,
But I want her to be a sniper shooting specialist. I want it so that shooting is 100% a part of like her strategy as well as the sniping. Like she doesn't think about sniping anybody if she can't figure out a way to trap them with her shooting and force them into a position type shit. You know what I mean?
she's a little too vulnerable.
I want her to be fucking aggressive. That's what I want Ninomiya to get into her head is like annihilate these people. Like know what your goal is and understand that your role in all of this, if need be, is to annihilate what's in front the opposition.
Yeah.
You have the power to do.
I feel like it's gonna be so difficult to get her I can't see her making that kind of transition though, mentally.
Do not forget, and that's why I think I would suggest for you specifically, Brian, you should watch the anime.
Really?
I'm not gonna lie, the animation in the first season is not great.
I know it gets really much better,
but it does get better. And I ain't gonna lie, like I didn't really care that much because that the interactions is so much better. Like,
That's
it's
what
still
carries the
cool.
series.
Yeah. So I didn't mind that much. I fell in love with World Trigger all over again. Rewatching it, you should rewatch it. Pay attention to when they get Amatori to want to shoot people, like when they kind of. That happens right before the Ninomiya when they rematch Ninomiya, and it's like the 4-way fight.
Yeah.
Man, that was incredible in the anime, by the way.
Yeah.
I love the scene with
Oh my
Yuba
God.
Yuba running up towards Ninomiya.
Uh-huh.
God, that was
Oh
so sick.
my God.
That was so sick.
Yeah. Yo.
That shit was so fire.
It's crazy because Kuga's
God,
still
I
my
love
favorite
World
character in the
Trigger.
series.
Fuck.
Yuma is still my favorite character. It's just that I know that this arc ain't for him.
Yeah.
I know he's gonna get a really big like character development arc soon. Because he's had subtle character development, like learning, like, the people, like learning about Earth and he was only a kid, so he's still growing as a person. But
He's too gangsta for most of this
he's
shit,
he's real cold, and I hope that they end up in his home world and he like makes some more like he's a little bit more vulnerable.
He's gonna be an insanely good person to have an unaway mission. Like he will probably be the most valuable person on a squad.
He's gonna
out
tap
there.
some A ranks, bro. I ain't gonna lie. They gonna be like, yo, Cougar, I ain't gonna hold you.
Wait, this little guy's nice with it. What the fuck?
They're like, yo, bro, you gotta go handle that. While we go work on this, they're gonna make this nigga play mad defense. Listen, they're gonna say Tachikawa.
You know what'd be cool? You know what'd be cool if they sick Jin on Kuga immediately.
Oh God, and he would be able to fight with him.
I
don't think he could beat Kuga.
I feel like there's a reason why he had Kuga bring up Jin specifically. Kuga was the only one like immediately thinking about Jin. In this
Right,
arc.
he was like,
So that's why I'm thinking maybe there's a chance that they're going to be like,
they're gonna have a one-on-one fight.
Keep that guy out of this,
They
and
are.
we'll focus the rest of these guys.
They're gonna have a one-on-one fight for sure.
Yeah.
You know what? Yeah,
It's either that or Jin is gonna try to purposely go after Osamu. It's either one of those two.
It's gonna go like that. Like Jin, I think, yeah. I mean, because he's gonna use his foresight, and I don't need foresight to know that any winning strategy is gonna have Cougar be a good part of it, right? So like, he's already like, you know what? I see a future where if I just am in this nigga's face and prevent him from moving freely,
Yeah.
you know. But does he want them to lose?
No, I don't think he wants them to lose, but I think.
But he has to go hard
Yeah.
because he's only doing them a disservice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he sees a future. He probably sees a future is that if he goes hard, he does see a future where they overcome him.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Did you have thoughts?
Yeah. I mean, you guys covered a lot of it, but man, yeah, it really is. It is very funny how World Trigger is very anti-shonen in the best way possible. Because we come up with these possibilities of like Jin and Yuma having a one-on-one fight and all this stuff, and I'm just like, that's not gonna happen.
No, only because
I know it makes sense.
there's gonna be no other one-on-one. That's why. That's what I meant.
It's not even on you. I just feel like Ashihara is just not his style.
Yeah.
To just have these like super dramatic shonen kind of moments where it's like, haha, now I have to face off against our ultimate mentor. You know? It's just not that type of
That
series.
would be really on the nose.
Although it would be pretty sick, but like, yeah, I don't know how this is gonna go down. I can't imagine the A ranks just decide we could just blitz these little guys.
Yeah.
You know, we could just
You know what? I just thought about it. It wouldn't make sense.
who they have Tomoe.
It would make sense for Jin to like try to get him, but I feel like there's gonna be so many people who want smoke with Yuma.
Yeah,
Like, what's his name?
Miwa.
Not Miwa.
Miwa would want smoke.
Well, Miwa would want smoke.
Yonji or whatever.
But,
Yonji, Yonea.
Midori Kawa is gonna want.
Midori Cow is yeah.
he's gonna be hunting
He's
Kuga
the
as
strong
well.
one, right?
Yeah, he's
All
the
right,
short
so
guy.
Tommy
Kodera
Grasshopper.
is Osamu's rival. Then
Midori Kawa is
Midori is Yuma's
yeah.
rival. Yeah.
But
so
only
he's
in
for
that,
sure gonna
like,
be want smoke.
Why
wanting
won't you
smoke with
guys accept that Kodera is Mikumo?
There's
but
just no
A-rank?
setup for that.
That's crazy of you to say.
It's gonna happen. You just have to believe it because they're counterparts, but not
They're not
really. I'm not using the word
counterparts.
right.
They don't talk about each
They
other
have
ever.
the same role, and he's gonna have to surpass him
Hold on,
as
let me
the
look-
smart glasses
No,
kid.
let me look at the.
I'm not crazy. You know
You
what?
are.
Ron Burgundy bet. What's up? What's up? I bet you they're gonna have a rivalry clash moment if they get the chance to go head to head. If they don't have A rank wars, it's called off.
There's not
What
going to
do
be
you
an A rank
mean?
war.
There's no A rank wars.
There's no way because this is
is it.
essentially our A rank war. They're gonna go. Whatever happens here is gonna be an away mission.
This is not a promotion to A rank. They're still going to be B rank if they win this.
No, they do rank wars in A rank.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like
they do,
They're
but-
They're not going to do it.
Yeah, but
This is to decide an
eventually.
This is
No.
to decide an away mission.
From
You think
here-
that's it? You think
from
they're
here
gonna
they're
go
going to the away,
and then that's it for the
this
rest of the
motherfucker's
series?
on a monthly basis. If he did another entire rank wars,
Maybe they go out, learn some shit on the away mission,
Listen.
take some real L's, right? Some people die. Then they come back and they're like, we really got to train. So
That's
now it's
not
time to
gonna
focus on
happen.
the A rank.
that's not going to happen.
Hashira training arc. They had a whole arc.
They're going to the away mission for a long time. This is if they go to
That's
the away
the end
mission
series. That's it.
Yeah, we're kind of like in the.
So you're really making a Ron Burgundy bet on that then? Is that what the bet's going to be
Is
about?
the bet going to be?
Are they
gonna
gonna
be
return?
A rank
This
wars?
is gonna be the longest wrong Burgundy bet of all time. But I am so down to see it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm so down.
So what's the bet?
This is probably the highest stake long term wrong Burgundy bet you could ever make. So the bet is essentially, is the away mission the start of the end of World Trigger?
Shit.
That's essentially what you guys are saying.
No,
That's a
I
bet
don't
I
think.
don't even wanna
I don't think
think
it's the
about.
start of the end of World Trigger. I think that's just like say the second half of the series. Like this whole thing
So
was the
are
first
you
half.
implying that they're never gonna come back, like, and do another arc in the base, or they're just gonna go?
That is kind of what it sounds like you're implying.
Because that's what I'm saying. Like this
Well,
is
I can't
essentially
say
the start.
that because they could just come back and show what's going on
So
Earth
let's
with
lower
other
the stakes.
characters.
No, what I mean is Osamu
Osamu?
and Tamakoma 2 return from the away mission, and they have to go try to become like A rank again, essentially. Or
Is
A
that
rank.
the bet that they come back for A rank wars?
So we could do that, or we could bring it down a little bit lower stakes and say if there is in fact an A rank wars, right? There will be a situation that develops where Kodera and Mikumo are kind of
Okay.
put
I'll
against
take
each
that
other.
bet.
In the same vein that
I'll take that bet.
Yuma and the fourth attacker, the memory guy, how they was kind of built up to, not that they're real rivals, but in that rank war, you knew like, yeah, they're gonna fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is what this is about.
This has not been built up even a little bit.
Okay, Chris, what's yours? What's your end of the deal? What is it? That like the
it's
A
just
rank
like-
war doesn't
No,
happen at
that's
all?
it.
I don't think
no.
there'll be-
It's that if there is an A rank war,
Which there
he's
probably
not.
won't be.
They're not gonna make a special thing out of Mikumo and Kodera. I think they will. I think that he's gonna go out his way. And like the way he's gonna do it is like all the people around is gonna be like, oh, battle. Like they're gonna say it like, wow, like Kodera's always been super smart.
But Kodera's not even the captain of his squad.
Shit.
What the hell are you talking about?
He
Kodera's a sniper
Unless
on Miwa's
wait, no,
squad.
unless
He could be a smart guy.
unless they take Miwa with them
And he
on the away-
died.
no. He takes
Oh.
Miwa with him on the away mission, and then they promote Kodera to a squad captain in his absence because of his performance in this.
Okay, but
that's
when
a bit of a
Miwa comes
reach.
back, he's gonna be
That's
captain
not
of
a
the Miwa
reach.
squad.
They're eyeing potential leadership already in
I
this
keep
arc,
forgetting he's not a captain. Damn.
but he could become a captain after this if he does well.
Yeah, but that's not how I feel right now. That's not what I'm going off of. I need to think.
So you're saying that he's not. If they take
Maybe
Miwa
it's
with him,
because he's not like the most gifted artist, like Oda, in a sense. That his characters look so similar. So I can't help but look at Kodera and Osamu like, you have the same person, just with different details. I'm willing to admit maybe maybe I'm looking into things a little bit.
oh come on,
Or a lot
don't back
further.
out, guys.
I don't know. I forgot that he wasn't a captain actually, and that kind of takes a lot of.
That just popped your
You
balloon.
just want to see me lose, nigga.
No,
Like,
I
that's
just want
what
to
that
see a
is.
bet. Christian, I want to see Christian accept a bet for once.
I did accept a bet. I got
Nah,
two.
but I'm
Yeah.
reneging.
I got two ongoing ones right
Yeah,
now.
but I feel like this is
Nah,
the
I
one
got- I
that's the
gotta
most
fall
up in
back, bro.
Damn.
Damn. It's
you were the one who threw down the
because-
gauntlet, dude.
I will say there's one thing I want to bring up. And
I
it's
thought he was a captain.
Tom-
I really did.
Tamakoma 1 is running with
How'd you know
a
that?
new operator.
How'd you know that?
I knew he was a sniper on some
How
guy's
did you
team.
even know that? When did we find that out?
That was the first.
Early.
That
He
was
was one
like
of the first A rank squads.
Yeah,
we
Miwa
meet.
Squad was the first A rank. Well, no, they're not the first A rank squad.
I said
man.
one of.
Yeah, like they're
Arashiyama's the first.
they're
one.
the first one that we fight in the series.
I know. What? Kodera, really?
Yeah.
No, Miwa.
Well, Miwa squad, which has Kodera on it.
That's the first A rank squad we ever fight.
Yes, he was in the background watching everything.
Yeah.
That you know what? Let's bet. I think they're gonna end up being.
He was not in charge.
Oh
He
shit!
didn't. He was not watching. He
That's
shot
my
Yuma.
loss,
Josh, I'm
isn't
telling
it?
you got a good game here. You got a good. Hey,
You know
let's
why?
go!
All right, because
Wait,
I
hold up,
remembered.
hold up.
You know what? I'm
Where's the
thinking,
air horn?
This
Fuck.
yo, because he's a strategy guy.
he's
And
not
he
a
doesn't
strategy
have to
guy,
be.
bro.
He's gonna be a strategy guy this arc.
He's the thinker. He's the bookworm. He's the strategy guy.
Okay.
They're an A rank, so they're all smart and they all
I
think about
suggest you-
strategy.
I
but
respect-
he's the chess player.
No, he's not. He's not the guy who planned shit for Miwa squad.
Then who
He's
does?
not Miwa. He's the captain.
You've never seen me plan a fucking thing.
We never see Kodera plan a fucking thing.
We seen it the whole arc. He was the one
Kodera
Come
was
on, bro.
is planning shit now.
a lot.
Okay.
And plus, he's the commander of the B rank squads right
All
now.
right. So,
And you know who else had a whole lot to say?
who?
Osamu.
all right. Here we go.
Yeah, you're right.
All right. So
Because
if,
they see Kodera as the leader type already. That's gonna. I'm telling you, they're gonna. If they make it back, he's gonna make a thing out of this. Because it's gonna be one little lighthearted thing they could surround the rank war around. That'll force Mikumo to improve on himself while
they're not. First of all, I don't think
mourning
they're
the
ever.
losses they took from their return.
I
trip.
don't think they'll ever do another rank war that we'll see with the main cast.
Real quick.
Well, if they don't have a rank war, then it's called off. It's no loss.
Yes, there's a loss.
No, because that's not what the bet is. I'm saying if there is an A rank war, I think that it's very possible that they may not come back. me thinking there's going to be airing was wishful thinking. I'll admit that.
All right. Well, now that we have settled on this bet, which
That's
I'm very
bullshit.
excited for, I'm very excited to keep up with this.
So if this very minimal story plot that won't happen doesn't happen, Josh gets to walk away scot free.
You don't lose anything either.
I lose the fact that you were wrong, and you don't get to be wrong, Burgundy.
I wouldn't happen right or wrong. It just never happened. I'm saying if it happens.
Okay, but there's one more thing I want to touch on. Well, maybe a couple. Suwa has been the most consistent leader in this entire arc so far.
I guess.
He has. He
not better
has
than Makumo.
he has consistently
You
made
think he'll, because he's kind of like a wild and loose cannon, he's gonna fight against Kagura, and they're gonna have a rivalry?
who?
Suwa and Kagura?
No. What I'm saying is
like-
that so Suwa has consistently made
That's a good one.
the right choices almost every single time, and
He didn't make that right choice when they got fucking bodied by Tamakoma 1.
I'm talking about
in that
current,
rank
like in
war?
this arc. I'm talking about in this arc.
Takuma too.
Just saying.
But
Oh,
he's the
Osama's
one.
talking about Takuma too.
you're right. You're right.
He makes a lot of affable choices, a lot of affable decisions, and like the only reason Kodera got nominated was because Suwa was like, "Oh yeah, let's just do Kodera," and then everybody was like, "Oh wait, yeah, all right."
It takes a leader to know a leader.
Yeah, his leadership is extremely subtle, and I feel like they are hinting a lot about Suwa.
Kodera
Suwa
versus
right
Mikumo. Sniper versus.
Kodera versus Mikumo 2037, whenever that happens. It's a monthly series that sometimes takes breaks.
I'm going into a severe depression streak after we finish this podcast.
2057. I don't know, man. This series,
My grandkids will be reading one.
yeah,
World
I'm gonna
Trigger.
pass down all my World Trigger volumes as a family heirloom.
Continue the.
Remember this? We thought One Piece was going to take forever to
All right.
end.
All right, y'all. We're an hour into the series.
Well, Josh
and we're
wanted to
still-
debate me about
All
Kodera.
right, well,
real
we can
fast.
speed through everything else, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, you guys ready to move on?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
World Trigger was good.
Bloody Cross.
Sakamoto Days. This is Sakamoto Days, chapter 232. Worry wins. Wow. Last we left off, the Teen Titans of the Sakamoto universe are running around trying to figure out what to do next, where they run into the Saionji twins, who were recently recruited by the Order as well.
They're from Kanzai.
They're from Kanzai. Kanzai Killing Academy. Represent. Go Wildcats. Yeah, right. Yeah.
He's from Kanzai, right?
Who is? Yes.
the tiger.
Yeah.
I forget what his nickname was.
Yeah. Josh is off mic, but he's saying he's bringing up Sendo from
Naniwa
Hachimoko,
Tiger.
The Naniwa Tiger. Yeah.
Oh, Naniwa is in Sendai.
Yes.
No?
Question mark? I don't know. Anyway, so they're asking us like, why are you at the JCC? And the girl explains, it's like, well, we work for the new JAA, and our first assignment is to kill you all. Yeah. So
No, it's in Osaka.
mm,
Nani was in Osaka.
so
So he's from Osaka.
yeah. So yeah, basically they're like, oh no, wait. The older brother is like, no, wait, Shino, we gotta ask him first. He's like, we know you did. We know you hacked to disable the guns that were distributed through Japan's new system. That project was super expensive. Our boss is pissed. And the older brother, I forget this kid's name, but he's like, so you came here to deal with this, right? He's like, no, let's not rush to conclusions. There's a way around that. And they say, tell us where Taro Sakamoto is, and then we'll leave the JCC alone. And they're like, well, I guess at least they don't know that he's actually headed here. And his little brother is like, wait, why is that up to you jerks? Big bro, can we take these punks out now?
So why are these things acting like they run shit over here?
Yeah.
And then
Yeah, then he gets drop kicked from 30 yards away. he gets kicked directly through a building. Yeah, that triggers like the security alarms, which sends every assassin in the JCC after them. So now they're all surrounded by JCC people, but the Saonji twins are not very perturbed. At least one of them isn't, and she uses her minigun to pretty much kill all of the NPCs in the place.
Yeah. For lack of a better term.
So yeah, young guy, younger brother kid, I forget his name, comes in and tries to drop kick or axe kick this lady. She blocks him with the minigun. And the two older siblings start talking, and the older siblings like, oh man, now we got a big mess on our hands. And the other older siblings like, what, you're not fighting? He's like, that wasn't the plan. I figured you'd just tell us where Sakamoto is. That's your younger brother, right? We both got wild younger siblings. It's weird though. I get more worried than annoyed. So the younger siblings are still fighting. The good guy younger sibling is up against the wall here. And they're like, wow, sloppy work. The standards are low in Tokyo, huh? So they're like, what? Let's wrap this up. And they realize that the other guy is not around. He is currently invisible and has appeared right behind the girl Saonji twin. And he kicks the shit out of her, sending her flying and into the trap of other JCC members that have her tied up in cables. And right before they can do anything, the older sibling comes in and decapitates all of them in a pretty cool 2-page spread. And they're like, oh my God, what just happened? This guy is unreal. And it turns out the older brother is the big problem. The shy older brother is the real issue in the first place.
Who would have known? I never would have guessed
Not
that.
me.
I've never actually read manga before, so
No,
I
not
had no way I've seen this coming.
Not at all. But that is the end of this week's Sakamoto Days. Josh, what did you think about Sakamoto Days, chapter 232?
So my favorite moment of this entire comic was a couple pages before the end, page 16, when she gets wrapped up by these teachers, and he's like, you thought you could take on the JCC teachers, dumb punks? Now you're going to get a special lesson. And she was.
Yeah.
She got caught up. And I like that because, like, let's not forget, right? This is the JCC. This is like the League of Assassins, but the niggas teaching other people to be assassins. Now, I understand they say if you don't make it, you teach it, right? I get it. But
those who can't do teach.
Right, but you still got to be qualified, my nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I like that. I like this. It's like, what nigga, what you think this is?
Yeah.
But these are some elite assassins, and these kids are pretty elite themselves, the Teen Titans. So it's not like a crazy, unbelievable. I believe that these kids are probably more talented than those teachers.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Not, our kids.
Our
not,
kids,
not the
Teen
Kansai
Titans.
twins. Yeah. So it's just cool. I like that there was at least an acknowledgement of the way of things. Like, hey, we are older and more senior to you. So what you think was about to happen, just for this guy to be a freak of fucking nature. I mean, fun chapter. I knew it. I knew this guy. He was too chill.
Yeah, he was too nonchalant.
Hell yeah. I didn't think he was going to be the problem like this, but I knew he was definitely. I knew it was only a matter of time.
Yeah.
Before he got serious. Brian, what were your thoughts?
I don't got too much to say about this one. The action was pretty cool. I like that both of the siblings had like a chance to shine. You know, I really like the dynamic of big fucking gun girl.
Yeah.
Girl that is like 5 times smaller than her fucking Gatling gun, just swinging it around, blocking shit and blowing people up. Her action is pretty dynamic and fun to watch. And the brother's a little boring to me, I'll say. I'm not a big fan of shy guy being the strongest person ever trope. That's not one of my favorites.
Oh, you aren't?
But
No,
that's
I'm not a
all
fan
of
of that.
shonen.
Yeah.
That's literally most. That's Hajime no Ippo.
Yo, yeah.
Well, Ippo's different. Ippo's like, sure, he's shy, but he's like, the pro tag. So you get to see a lot more of his like thought process and what kind of person he is.
Do you think Ippo could beat this girl with the chainsaw?
Who with the chainsaw? Who?
He
Or, I
means
mean, with
the
the
minigun.
the minigun, yeah.
Oh, the minigun? No,
No, she has a minigun.
If she didn't have a minigun.
no.
No, because then she
This
probably
is
has other
Sakamoto Days.
assassin skills.
Yeah, like everybody's absurdly powerful.
So you think assassins could beat like prime boxers?
Yeah.
Yeah, without
you think
rules?
an assassin, yeah, with no rules, but no
Yeah,
weapons.
Boxer's not going to win.
You know, do you think what do you think an
Are you talking
assassin
about
could
these
take out Mike
assassins
Tyson?
in Sakamoto Days?
Well, I mean,
Nah.
obviously yeah, I guess. If you compare any regular human, no matter how peak athletic they are, they're gonna always lose to a manga child.
Oh yeah.
So you're
But-
talking about in real life boxers versus real life assassins
Yeah,
with no weapons?
no weapons.
I still think an assassin might win.
Because they could use their legs. And they could choke you out. You can't do that in boxing.
As long as you don't get hit.
Yeah, if you don't get
All
hit,
it
you're
takes is one. Well, that's how I feel about boxers. Even when it comes to fighting a UFC person, like, 'cause anyway, I don't want to go on for too long. I just think boxers probably there's probably some of the hardest hitters in all of
good.
like.
Yeah, they have
fighting.
good stand up and they're very agile and they're
And they
good
can hit you
defensively.
so fast. I don't think any other like I don't think any other like type of martial arts could hit so hard so fast compared to like. Can you even kick that fast? Like,
yes.
faster than you could throw your hands?
Yeah, it just depends where you're kicking.
Yeah.
Sometimes like your legs are very vulnerable. People don't realize that, but like a kick to the legs, like if you're good at if you're trained to kick a leg, you are instantly like much like more advantageous than a boxer.
Yeah, I guess if you're actually trained, because I'm gonna tell y'all this. I watched a video not too long ago of this dude getting fucked up. And this big, muscly white guy got worked by this tall, skinny, lanky black dude. I ain't gonna lie, it was a racial situation. The dude called him the N-word and all of that. And then thought because he went to some MMA class a couple times a week, he kept trying to go for the sweep on his leg. And he just the dude caught him one fucking time. He dropped his knees and it was over. Started, bah, 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 bah. Bro, the nigga went, I'm gonna send it to you. I love watching this video whenever it pops up. He got hit so many times. Nigga threw his hands up to God, basically, and made this weird like the sound you could only make that where you're trying to like scream out in pain, but your brain is so fucking rattled that
Yeah.
you can't even form the right. And he deserved it. He deserved it. He deserved it. Oh my God. It was so, and this is a skinny dude. So I don't know. I hear that if you could do the leg and it's like, bro, I don't know. If you get hit really fucking hard in your face, I don't think you're going to be able to do any of that extra shit. Like, would you trade a leg kick for a fucking straight?
Well, the thing is, like if you're trained to kick, like do a leg kick,
Yeah.
like you're like naturally gonna be able to like kind of work with range. So it's like
Yeah.
somebody who does leg kicks, like if they know, oh yeah, I can kick your fucking leg and they're trained to do it, they're also aware of what people are gonna do in response to that, right?
Right.
So it's like controlling the space between each other. So if you could like theoretically just kick the fuck out of a boxer's leg and they have never felt that feeling before in their entire life, and that alone could be enough for them to be like, oh fuck, that really fucking sucks.
Yeah, I think if you compare a boxer to a kickboxer, I'll give it to the kickboxer. I would, but I think like
I'm not saying that boxers could never win.
no, I'm not
but
saying
it's
that
just
either.
They like
Yeah.
boxers, their entire style is surrounded around their mobility and their legs. So if you take their legs out, they're kind of fucked a little bit, not gonna lie.
Yeah, that's a good point. I guess like in professional fighting, it makes more sense for if you have more range and more variety, you're going to be better off. But I think it's just far as learning something to protect yourself, like for self-defense, I would say boxing is
Boxing is good.
definitely the way to go.
Boxing is good because you can literally
You
do
could-
it in anything you are wearing.
Yeah, for real. And then like you don't, and then like you don't have to ever worry about you. The only thing you'd have to worry about is someone that is a martial artist, right? Because even if someone that like is bigger than you that's going to try to grab you, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't need a lot of space. You just need enough. You just need to know what you're doing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Oh,
I am a
fuck,
fan of
that's
boxing.
what
I am
that
more of a
was.
boxing fan than a
Same.
MMA fan, but I will agree it's like a good sport to learn.
Hell yeah.
What are your
Sakamoto
thoughts?
Days. Yeah, no, I thought this chapter was pretty sick. I'm holding out reservations of the brother. I'm not mad at the trope. I thought it was fine. But I'm curious to see if they kind of reinvent the wheel a little bit with it. You know, make it a little more fun and interesting. So I do like the motif they're going here. I didn't really see this coming with them. Mostly because I forgot that the two guys are siblings and this battle will probably be between them. But there's also like 3 other Teen Titans with them. So they could all just gang up on these guys for a minute. But I'm excited for what comes next. I didn't really have a whole lot to say about this chapter. It was more of action to display of what the Saonji twins can do. Saionji, my bad, can do. So excited for what comes next. I don't really have anything else to add. Shall we move onward to the next one?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Brian, hit the thing. Kagurabachi. With that, I'm gonna toss this one over to Church.
Thanks, Chris. This is Kagurabachi. I'm gonna do a super fast recap of last week. By the way, they still didn't update the drawings. I thought that was something they did like in
No, that would
times.
we probably won't actually get. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about, Kagurabachi had some rushed pages this week and also last week because Hokuzono is actually in America. He came out here. It's his 2nd anniversary of the series, and a lot of things are going on with him. So our boy is very busy.
Yeah. Well, all right. Just
Just go, Brian.
all right. So quickly, it was confirmed that one of the leaders of the Kuminabi actually was a traitor. I did not see that coming.
Yeah.
I really did not see that coming. I don't know why, but I didn't. Right, the big fucking boss. And, you know, yeah, I'm not going to give the explanation. Just know that he feels some type of
He
way.
got rocked.
Then he gets fucking rocked by their executioner dude. And he goes to help out Uraha and Natsuki, who are fighting the centipede-powered Yura, who's using the who's accessing the power of the Shinichi from a distance. Pretty crazy stuff. Okay, this week we have some more unfinished pages, actually. But whatever, I understand that's the situation. He's in America. In the beginning of the chapter, one of the heads Sazanami, one of the other heads of the Kuminabi notices that the Enten and the both Samura
Toby Mune.
yeah, Toby Mune and
Enten.
Enten are in the area, and they can't get through because they're probably blocked by a barrier. So Azami,
Yep.
the executioner man, like I said, he's there. His job, along with Uraha and Natsuki, is to help to try to stall Yura and his centipede powers. They're all scrapping. This guy pulls out Azami pulls out a coin, and that's going to be important later. So yeah, they scrapping it out. Yura uses his centipede attack, and fucking blows away Natsuki and Uraha with ease as the head Kumanabi man is talking that shit. The sorcerers here are pretty much defenseless. You know this. With the Shinichi's powers, a few minutes is plenty of time to wreak total obliteration. I think the reasoning behind his turncoat is that he's just scared. He could see the powers shift starting to happen. And he's if there has to be another malediction, so be it. He just wants to make sure he's in not the victim role.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from this. So yeah, Azami is squaring up with Yura, who cannot believe this nigga is still standing after that centipede attack. But you see, the damage was planned because when he released the attack, Uraha and Natsuki was like, their purpose was to draw the brunt of the attack so they could see if there was like a weak point to it or where the attack like had perhaps a blind spot. And they noticed that the column directly behind Yura wasn't damaged nearly as much as everything else around them. So boom, they sacrificed themselves basically to figure out the weak point. Azami runs in to make his move and gets his fucking hands crushed and obliterated immediately. Very sad stuff. But, you know, it's a series with healing and magic and sorcery. So, you know, this might not be, it's not the end for him. So, after Yura shreds this guy's hands, he's like, don't bother. Without the enchanted blade, you don't stand a chance. As he sees a coin flipping by him, and we get a bunch of conjecture?
Exposition.
Exposition.
Yeah.
Thank you. We got a bunch of exposition talking about this fake science about how how there's an electro current in coin. I'm not reading it word for word, but just know that it's not a real thing anyway. But there's electromagnetism in metals, and they make them, and you can feel them in the coins, and they could counteract certain ailments in your body. And it ended up just being a sorcerer that was using his powers to heal people anyway. And on top of that, it's also a fictional comic book. So yeah, I'm not going to explain all of this shit. I mean, I guess Azami, this has been in his family for like, this has been his clan's like technique, and he's been the only one to use it like for combat purposes. And this one coin,
Two.
looks like
Well,
three.
there's actually four.
Is there a lot of coins happening?
Yeah, there's a lot of coins
it's not
happening.
the one coin bouncing
There's
around.
5 coins.
He's got a bunch of coins bouncing around, just violating Yura's body. I don't even understand what's exactly happening. It's just it's giving him muscle spasms.
It's the electrical magnetic shit that's between the coins that's passing through him. And shit.
Yeah, and cutting his muscles up, and yeah. And then Azam, and then yeah, so then Azam, and then all right. Yura's thinking, right, all right, well, I mean, he got me, but I mean, I fucked his hands up. Is that all he could do? And Azami tightens his fucked up fist that are all decrepit and hits Yura dumb fucking hard in the chest. And he's like, you good with this? Chilling out here with us for so long. Oh my God. And that is the end of Kagurabachi. Brian, go ahead. I have things I want to say, but I'm gonna wait.
Oh my God! If World Trigger did not come out,
Yeah,
this
if World
week,
Trigger didn't come out, yeah.
If
This
World
is why I
Trigger,
hesitated.
Yeah, if World
Yeah.
Trigger did not come out this week. So before I get into what I love about this chapter, I'm gonna ask you guys a question. I'm very confused as to Uruha, his confusion over the power of this blade, because didn't he fight it?
Which blade?
The sword wielder's power that he's fighting, like with centipede and shit like that.
Was Uraha there? No.
He was
Uraha
there.
was there. He got hit with the centipede.
But no, but
Oh,
he was,
when he was fighting-
I'm talking
yeah, he
about
was
with
there
the
when-
other, with all the other sword wielders.
Yeah, he was fighting. He fought the sword wielder back.
But
then.
it almost seems like he's never fought it before in this during this fight. Like I'm not.
I think he's just remembering certain things. He's like, all right, well, you know, there's a fucking. I'm just remembering now that there's like a resting period and all that stuff. It's been a long time since he fought it.
Thank God there's cooldowns between centipede attacks.
Yeah.
If you imagine being able to span that.
I think I'm trying to understand. So maybe what I'm misreading is that maybe he's when he's referring to his like kind of understanding on things, he's kind of like, oh, so that's what they meant by centipede and how they dodge it.
Mm.
Because they were referring to this, like this power from this. Like that's what I think.
Wait, where are you reading that?
When he
I see what he's talking
in the last chapter, he was like,
Oh, we were talking about
so-
previous chapter.
Yeah, previous chapter and this chapter as well, actually. There are times where he's like, so that was the Shinuchi's power. This is where Chihiro's centipede came from. And I'm just like, yeah,
Wait, where are you reading? What page are you on?
that's on page 5.
5. Oh.
So he's
no,
like,
I don't think he's confused in that moment. He's just like, oh, so he has the Shinuchi. He's like registering that he has like the
Oh.
Shinuchi powers. He's like, oh, he's using centipede right now.
I see. So he's just like, oh, so they fought this before, and also
So he's
it
like,
is
oh,
here right
he's
now.
using it right now.
Okay.
And then he
got it.
says in that case, meaning as it seems like they're implying that he recognized
Because he
what
then
it
looks
was.
over to the pillar and he's like, okay, that should probably be the distance that Azama needs to maintain in order to not get it.
Okay.
That's subtle, actually. Yeah,
Okay, I
that was
get it now.
nice.
'Cause,
Bro,
like-
Kagurabachi's goated.
Yeah, I like that he's not really like hand holding us through like these kind of interactions, especially with Uruha. Uruha's not like overtly being like, I know how to fight this thing.
Yeah.
Like he has like his own like unique kind of thought process that he has to go through because they kind of set this up pretty like several times. Like the first time we see Uruha, centipede. And then the second time when he comes back with Hakuri, he tells him centipede and then he dodges it. And now again, the third time, he finally understands why that was a call out in the first place, and it's confirmed here. I feel like that was a pretty nice little kind of setup for this moment.
Yeah.
Because it kind of adds like an extra element to him during this where it's just like, oh, they were talking about this. Okay, I get it now. So that was pretty cool. I loved the action in this chapter, but there's this one panel that I fucking loved the most. And it was when you see Natsuki on the ground, you see Uruha on the ground, and you see the fucking traitor on the ground as well. And then you see Yura turn around, and it's just Asami fucking
Ready.
when I saw that,
He's
I
like,
was
oh, you're still standing?
when I first saw that, I literally audibly went, "Oh shit!" Like that was probably the most gangsta shit I've seen in the series so far. It's just Asami there ready to fucking scrap. I loved this fucking chapter. It's a shame that we're gonna have to wait a bit to get like this art in all of its glory. But the gut punch at the end was so dynamic.
Also
And
fucking disgusting, but I'll get into that later.
Disgusting, brutal, gritty. This dude is a fucking dog. This Asami is a fucking dog. And there's a reason why he's called the fucking executioner. And he showed it in this fucking chapter.
He's the
God.
fucking Grim Reaper, bro.
Yeah, that was so awesome. But that's everything I have to say so far. So go ahead, Josh. Chris.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think this is really cool. I would never have guessed Azami's power with these coins.
yeah, right.
Yeah.
He's the guy from Hunter x Hunter. The
For
butler.
real, this was the most Hunter x Hunter power I've seen in this series so far. And honestly, I think it's pretty cool. I love how the coins materialize, that they're just not coins he has in his pocket. He seems to create them with his magic. I think they're cool. I do like the electricity element to it. A lot of people are, there's a lot of concern over the art in this chapter because Hokuzono has been pretty busy and he hasn't been able to finish this chapter. I think this is a slightly more finished chapter than the last one.
Yeah, for sure. This was acceptable.
Yeah.
Last week was unacceptable.
Yeah.
I mean, they could have just took a break.
They could have just taken
Right?
a break, for
That's
sure.
what I mean. I'm not trying to like be a slave driver or nothing. It's like, bro, you could have just took a week off.
No, for sure.
It's all right. It's okay,
I mean,
guys.
I think-
it was also like the 2-year celebration as well. With
Yeah,
the double,
he's doing a whole bunch of shit for the 2-year anniversary.
and the double page color spread.
Lots of
So that's what you would do for your anniversary? Some half-ass pages?
hey,
Well,
I mean,
I think
not
regardless
half-assed.
of what you...
no, I'm not saying he's doing that for it. I think that's just the reason.
Obviously, he's not
He's-
doing it on purpose. Whatever. Yeah, I know y'all know what I mean.
Yeah. But I think what I mean to say by all that is I think in certain instances it actually kind of works for this chapter. I think the unfinishedness in certain points
Yeah.
really works for it, especially in this last page where he looks like the Grim fucking Reaper, and you know he like looks extra scary because of the roughness of the pages. I think it kind of works in its favor. For your information, we probably won't see actual finished pages of this until the volume of this.
Oh,
comes
that's what you were saying. Like, they do it in the volume.
Yeah, they do it
usually.
in volumes where, like, you know, when the volume is released, that's when they do a lot of art corrections. Every mangaka does it, where they go back and they make subtle changes or whatever to the art and all that stuff, and you see it in the official release of the volume. So that's probably when we'll actually see this art completed. But yeah, either way, I really enjoyed this chapter. Azami's a really cool character. I mean, we've already known this, but he's cool.
No, I'm glad he's proven himself.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure.
Yeah, he's a cool character in a more unique way than I thought, where, you know, he has this actual kind of backstory going on as well with his family, where he was kind of disowned because he took this thing that was like supposed to be meant for healing people
Type shit.
and turned it into a violent thing. And I'd like to see more of that. I think we're going to get that as we learn more about like the era of the sword bearers going after and fighting, you know, doing that Serite war thing. But yeah, I had a great time with this chapter. I don't really have much else to say on top of that, but Kagurabachi is peak. Josh, what do you think?
Just real quick. I mean, I love this. You good with this? Chilling out here with us. That was definitely the. You sure? You sure you can handle
You
this?
good?
Sounded like you was on top of this before. Looks like you're struggling now, buddy.
That was
you sure you got this?
That was the acceptable trash talk
That
you were talking
was-
about on the pre-chat show.
Yeah, that was the acceptable. That's because it still sparks you up, but it's not where you don't feel like you're being like violated. You're just like, okay, let me try to meet you there. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit talk that when you lose to that person, you're just like, well, I tried, man. Good shit. You don't feel so salty. That's why I say it all depends on what you say, the context. Get fucked. I don't know how to return back. Oh, shout out to the pre-show. Was we
Pre-show
talking about
Yeah,
that?
the pre-chat
Shout out to
show.
the pre-show chat show. But yeah, I don't know how to get fucked is very,
Now
very
I wanna,
like fuck you. Like you
I
know
wanna-
what I'm saying?
I want to edit this panel to have him just say "get fucked."
Get fucked.
And I don't know. I mean, like maybe it's. See, that's why context is important. Because this is mad disrespectful. He is fully intending to tilt this nigga. 100%. Yeah, they know they're not winning. Bro, his hands is done. I thought he was about to heal himself real quick.
Yeah, I thought
I'm
he
mad
healed himself
tight
too.
about that. And then you're going to have the nerve to hit this nigga still. Watch next chapter. Oh, you know. I ended up breaking everything to hit him that one time. So I only have one arm now.
We'll see.
Haha. I'm
Well-
gonna be like, Azami, you didn't have to do that.
Here's what I'll say.
Couldn't you have kicked him?
Here's my little theory. I think the coins can also heal him.
They fucking better, bro. Then
I
why
mean,
didn't
they were
heal him
originally
yet?
used for healing, so
Then why didn't he use it? Yeah, all right, you're right.
He'll probably
Well, he
use
didn't
it
have
now.
time. He was about to get caterpillared.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I hope that's the case, bro.
He had to punch him first. Now he's gonna be like, fix my own real fast.
Yeah, however I felt about Azami before, he's on another level now. Azami's very fucking cool. He's a petty nude, and I relate to that.
Yeah.
I will say there's one more thing that we kind of glanced over, and it's the fact that Uruha, I'm not Uruha. Samura and Chihiro are here.
Yeah, they are here.
Yeah.
They're
No,
just
I said that.
Yeah, but we didn't talk about it yet in the post.
Yeah, they're out there.
But they're up there, but something is stopping them. And
A barrier.
It's Daruma, man.
is it just the barrier? I feel like it might. Did they say it was a barrier?
Yeah, they said that they modified the barrier so
Yeah.
that they would it would delay the Toby Mune specifically from getting in.
Yeah. Who could teleport anywhere it chooses. So.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think is gonna like? Do you think that they're gonna cut to Chihiro and Samura trying to get in, or you think they're just gonna?
I think they're gonna keep going. Things are gonna get a little worse.
Yeah, you know how it goes, Brian. Come on, you could have guessed this.
I'm just asking.
They're gonna
'cause-
get down to the brink, and then you're gonna see an explosion from a
And we're
wall.
gonna see this. Two guys doing
Oh, they're both. Yo, I didn't even think about it. The double EI white purity style attack with the enchanted blades. That would go
they're gonna
fucking
spam
far.
it.
That would be sick.
They're gonna spam the shit out of it.
Imagine Uruha also joins them. It's a three.
Oh my God.
It's a three-pronged EI white
Very
purity style.
pure, very white.
Hokuzono drew that pose and he's like, I'm gonna draw this at least 50 billion more times. This is my favorite pose ever.
Just the fucking three-way EI white purity style. But yeah,
Hell yeah.
that was all I wanted to
Why
talk
is
about.
this picture of Father Sazanami so cool? It is.
It is very cool.
He's like, like he's saying, "I'm dying, son.
I'm dying.
I don't regret anything, but
I'm
I
still a thug."
love you." Right? Like, yeah.
Yeah, I just know like this 2-page spread is every enemy Chihiro fought.
Oh shit! Remember these niggas? Oh, the bomb guy.
Yeah, bomb guy's there.
Yeah, he had such a cool fucking
He did.
ability.
He did.
I
He
didn't
did.
want him to die, man.
Yeah. He
So-
didn't fight Sora though, or whatever this guy's name is. Sorry, that was
Who?
gross. Hakuri's brother.
Yeah, he did.
He didn't fight Oh, did he? No, he was going to, but he didn't.
Very briefly, I think.
No, they didn't fight at all. I'm pretty sure.
Right.
He was about to fight him. Oh no, he did. He bursted through the wall and hit him or something,
Yeah.
right? Okay.
Something like that.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. But does that count as as an enemy he fought?
Yo,
Yeah.
that's crazy. They got
was an
all
enemy,
the
he fought him.
enemies. That's the bomb dude. He looked mad. He had a cool ass design.
Yeah.
But that's just the it's the first few chapters, so
Yeah.
everyone has to look fucking cool, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, are we done with Kagura?
Yes,
Sure.
sir.
Yeah, we are. We can move
Let's
on. Let's go.
move on. Brian, hit the thing.
Whoops.
We call
Let's
that
see.
easy money, GG.
Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo.
Oh yeah, I keep forgetting about this one.
Hey, don't worry, guys. Okay, so
It
last
was
week,
actually a good chapter.
Yeah.
Not gonna
Yeah.
lie. It was pretty good.
last we left off in Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo, they found a curse user that was pretending to be a fucking first grader throughout different eras of his life, I suppose. And everybody, and the main cast has been out trying to investigate what the hell's going on. And they find out that this little boy has been an old man the entire time. And it's very gross. And he's killed everybody he's had pretend to be his parents, I think, over the years, and buried them in his backyard. Pretty crazy.
With his seamstress
We-
creation.
yeah. So, Tsurugi is about to take this guy on when we open this chapter with a little girl having her water float in the air. And we immediately cut over to Maru, who is knocked unconscious. So obviously some spooky shit's happening because Maru's out. This old man is like breakdancing all over the place, dodging Tsurugi. And he's like, damn it, I need to take action so I can check on Maru. Everything turned out exactly as we predicted. The one thing we didn't expect was this old geezer. And we find out that his curse technique is the Shikigami known as Maternal Wraith's Fury, Marmalade Boy.
So, I just did a little bit of research real quick. When I see Marmalade, the first thing that came to my mind was,
Marmalade.
the actual like jam or fruit or whatever, right? Preservatives and shit.
Mhm.
But I looked up something else called Marmalade Boy, it's a manga series. You've heard of this
I've
before?
heard of, I know the title of it. I don't know what it is.
A Japanese manga and anime series about two sets of parents who divorce and remarry. So, two sets of parents, they divorced each other and then found
other people to marry.
Right there, but they swap like as if they swapped wives or whatever.
Oh,
So there's a weird love triangle between their kids, which is
weird.
very weird. Yeah,
Yeah.
listen, I understand that it's not
Marmalade.
like blood and all of that, but I think if you're gonna fuck your stepsister, you should probably just wait until y'all are both out the house
Yeah,
and living your own lives.
yeah,
Cause that's fucking weird, yo.
yeah. So that's Marmalade Boy. Yeah, that's what Marmalade Boy is named after.
Yeah, so random.
Okay, so they start boxing. Apparently, this old man is very strong. So much so that it gives the patented manga "He's strong" moment. Tsurugi gets caught in a really cool panel where the fucking this maternal wraith fury Shikigami is standing right behind him. She plunges down her needle, but he manages to dodge it. And he's like, "You ever think about using that power to help people?" And he's like, "I thought so at one point, but I'd rather use this power to be a fucking first grader forever."
Yeah.
Cause I'm weird.
I'm the Marmalade Boy.
I'm the Marmalade Boy. So yeah, he's like, well, okay, that's great. That keep talking. It makes me easier to kill you. This is really spooky panel where his first grader face is getting sewed on by the maternal wraith thing, and I'm like, damn, that's spooky as hell. I hate that. I hate that. I hate that so much. And he starts repeating himself because he's a senile old man. And Tsurugi just realizes this, like, oh my God, I'm really fighting a dementia patient right now.
Oh yeah. Without a doubt. He starts repeating himself.
Yeah, he's like, so Tsurugi immediately pulls out the new shadow style simple domain, maculation. And this old man immediately
Without
realizes,
cursed energy, mind you, but
Yeah.
whatever.
well, you don't need cursed energy to do that.
Yes, you do.
With a simple domain?
Yeah.
Nah. Because he can't do it.
He uses. They give an explanation for how
He says,
he's
hang
gonna
on.
do it.
This old man knows exactly what Tsurugi's doing immediately.
Yes.
He's like, whoa.
'Cause he's been around.
Okay, so this guy is definitely one of the three families. He has heavenly restriction, and he uses the cursed energy channeled into the cursed tool to perform new shadow style.
Which is fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I don't feel bad about not knowing that, because that was never ever a thing.
Yeah.
Like Maki would use cursed tools, but
Yeah, but she would never try
they
to
wouldn't
use
get
new shadow
power
style.
out of it. Like,
Yeah, but she would never, like, I don't think she would ever try. She was trying to do that. I guess it's something you can do with the new shadow style, but Maki never did it because she doesn't use the new
Well,
shadow
it could
style.
be a part of his heavenly restriction.
No, it's not. He's
if you have
using
heavenly restriction, you have no cursed energy.
he's using
Zero.
the cursed energy in the sword to do the simple domain.
But no one's ever. I feel like it just whatever. I'm not gonna harp over that. I'll save that for my
What if
thoughts.
his but the thing is, heavenly restrictions are different depending on the person, right? So
Not
what
how-
if
not from what I've seen?
no, it is. It is like subtly
yeah,
different.
it is subtly different, but his is confirmed to be like similar to Maki, where he doesn't have cursed energy.
Yeah, no,
But-
like heavenly restriction always results in somebody like transferring their cursed energy either out of them or into something else, right?
Maybe.
'Cause
I
that's
mean,
what- that's what-
Mekamaru's
Yeah, he
heavenly
put it-
restriction is that he can't use his body at all. So he uses
So what if
Oh.
what if Tsurugi's is that he puts all of his cursed energy into his sword?
into the sword to achieve.
well, it wouldn't be his cursed energy. They're saying here that he's using his sword as a cursed tool.
Yeah,
And he's using the cursed energy of that tool.
yeah, the
but
curse,
it's not his own.
Oh.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, what if the
Yeah,
heavenly
all right.
restriction is that he's putting all of his cursed energy into the tool, and then that's how he accesses cursed energy is from the sword.
But it wouldn't be his
So
cursed energy.
yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. He's not using it from himself. He's using it from the sword. It's not his anymore. It's the sword's cursed
Well, yeah,
energy.
that's what I think. That's what they're saying is that like he's using the cursed energy of the sword.
Yeah, that's yeah.
But is
that-
this
at the
cursed
end of the
energy
day,
he put into the
No,
sword?
it's not cursed energy he put into the sword because he
That's
has
what
no
I don't-
cursed
I don't
energy.
think so.
that's
either,
what I'm
Brian.
trying to tell you. Like
But I don't think so.
that's what You don't understand what I'm trying to say.
I do. You're saying that was his heavenly restriction?
Be his. It's not his.
No, that's not the case.
It's not coming from him. That's what I'm saying.
No, the sword does not have his cursed energy.
How do you know that?
Because heavenly restriction is not a pact you make. It's like forced upon you by like nature and shit. You're born with it. So he doesn't have cursed energy from birth. He's using the cursed tools energy.
I see. I understand. Now.
Oh, and then with Maki, you see the situation with her is that she couldn't achieve what do you call that shit? Heavenly restriction because she was connected intrinsically to her twin. Because her twin had cursed energy, she did too because of their connection. And Jujutsu twins are like very, very particular.
Mm-hmm.
Right? You know that from the videos about Sukuna and shit.
Yeah.
That was a crazy fucking video, huh? About the fucking rotting twin in the basement.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a twin. It was like a double, like a conjoint twin.
Yeah.
Ugh. Damn, that's so fucking sad. The folk tale.
Yeah. So yeah, it's not that Tsurugi is pouring his cursed energy into it, and that's his heavenly restriction. Heavenly restriction implies that you don't have a choice. It's not your vow to make. You just have the vows. It's like Maki was born without it. So was Tsurugi. Mekumaru was born not being able to use his body.
So Toji also was born with
Correct.
one?
Toji also was born without having to use it, without having any cursed energy. But he, in exchange, like whatever force is out there that does jujutsu necessarily, like that controls cursed energy, grants you this immense physical strength. And that's what the restriction is. It's not, they say it here too, is that like he's got a heavenly restriction that's traded his cursed energy for incredible physical abilities. And he uses the cursed energy channeled into his cursed tool to perform.
Oh, that okay. Now I understand.
Yeah, it is confusing the way they word it because they say that it's channeled in there, but Tsurugi's sword is a cursed tool. So it has cursed energy loaded into it already just by its nature. So yeah, Tsurugi himself does not have any cursed energy to pour into it. The sword has it, and he just utilizes that. Maki does something similar with her cursed tool. She uses the cursed energy in those tools to actually hit things. She uses the cursed energy in the glasses to actually see curses. So yeah, heavenly restriction is confusing because they don't explain it often and very much. But the idea is, yeah, you're inhibited in one way, but you get incredible power in another way. But anyway, hopefully that's a good enough. Hopefully I'm right. I don't know. Maybe I am wrong. I have no idea. But they start to fight. Tsurugi is 2v1ing the maternal wraith and this old man. And he's doing pretty good. At that point, a curtain is drawn, and Yuka also shows up and uses her biting twist. Wolf fist. Wolf fist. And they start old school Jujutsu Kaisen jumping. This old man.
Get out of this Marmalade boy.
And man, it's like Gege himself drew this chapter. You know what I mean?
Beating the shit out of this Marmalade boy.
So, I got a little nostalgia twinge out of that one. But unfortunately, it wasn't enough because what they've been beating up this entire time was some cadaver. And this old man was really hidden within the ghost thing. And he's like, out of stamina already? And he stabs Yuka with the needle, and also he does the same thing to Tsurugi. They look down for the count. He explains that he used his curse technique to transform using human skin for his fabric.
Ew.
And he can basically stuff his cursed spirit inside there while he was pretending to be the cursed spirit or something like that. It wasn't great. And he's like, well, I lost a few of my marbles from my arithmetic set. I have to go home and look for them. And then at that point,
dead ass too.
At that point, gravity starts to nullify as things start floating in the air. He's like, what was that? And then we see that Maru is on the ground. His third eye is open, and bad shit's about to happen. That is the end of this chapter. Josh, what did you think about Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo Chapter 5?
Nigga, these aliens is going to invade the planet and fuck everybody up. They ain't gonna say, listen, we was already going to rule over you guys, but the way you treat my little brother, I'm the only one that could treat him like shit. So y'all gotta go. Along with y'all cursed. I really, on a serious note, I really am curious how they're gonna reconcile this whole cursed energy is actually just, thing.
It's not just actually a thing. They say it's a similar power. It's not the same power.
That would be stupid. All right. Instead of just saying that it would be stupid, let me express why I would think it'd be stupid. Because once you start just adding in a brand new power system, because they're either the same thing expressed differently, or they're two different things that just so happen to be similar. And I think objectively that if it's just a brand new ability that just so happens to be similar to Jujutsu or sorcery or cursed energy, then it's like, what the fuck are we doing? That's boring. It's boring. Any juxtapositions you make will just be, a point of view, which I guess that's okay. But I think it'd be a lot more interesting if it was cursed energy manifested in a different way, and there was a point to that. There's a point to be made. Because to me, cursed energy comes across as an inherently bad thing, like an inherently negative thing. And I'm hoping that with these aliens, it's something that they say, no, it's not about negativity. It's about emotion in general. You know what I'm saying? And so that their energy is not cursed. It's blessed energy, and it's still deadly and dangerous, but that's what I'm hoping. That's what I'm hoping for, honestly. Brian, what are your thoughts?
I'd say I don't have too much to say about this chapter aside from this was this new mangaka's chance to kind of show his stuff when it comes to the action part of Jujutsu Kaisen, which is very iconic for the series.
Yeah.
Gege Akutami is very well known. Like, he's not a very detail-oriented mangaka. He will often sacrifice detail to make sure that there's a lot of fluidity and dynamic movement within the series. And it feels like this guy can not only do the fluidity, but he can also like have the detail alongside with it. So there's not much being sacrificed at all with this. I really love like this little sequence after the new Shadow style where he fucking like he's sword fighting and then he jumps in the air and kicks off of this Shikigami's head and sends this dude shooting down outside the building. That was such a good sequence.
Yeah.
And it was very well drawn, like very clean, not sketchy, how Gege would have done it. Not to say that I don't appreciate Gege's style. It had a very unique like sense to it.
Okay.
That's kind of what made Jujutsu Kaisen stick out. But it's nice to see it, man. Like, this is a nice little upgrade to what we would typically get. So he kind of, showed that he was worth his salt, and that it was like Gege made a good choice by getting this guy as the artist. So I don't know. I was impressed. This is a good chapter for him. So I look forward to seeing how, like, the big fights that are going to be coming up are going to look like.
I was also impressed. I think the artist stepped up to the plate in this fight.
Yeah. Yeah, I mentioned it before. I agree with you guys. And this is something I've mentioned in the past where I've seen little glimmers of not necessarily exactly looking like Akutami, but there's something Akutami-like about how he captured certain things. And especially, like I mentioned it during the recap, that like when they started jumping this old man, I was like, yeah, this is classic Jujutsu Kaisen type shit. And I'm here for it. I enjoyed this. I hate this villain in the sense that he's very creepy.
Yeah.
And I hate
it's
him,
also perfect.
but
huh?
it's great. It works for Jujutsu Kaisen. I feel like the cursed users have always been equally as creepy or weird. So it works for me, and I really enjoy it. I'm excited to see, on the note of like how similar these powers are. I'm reserving judgment because I agree where you're coming from, but I want to see because they have to draw a clear distinction for a reason.
Yeah.
That they're making it clear that it's not exactly cursed energy, it's something else, and I don't think these forces are the same thing. So I'm hoping that they're not. I do like that. They might be similar in the way that they're very functional and very weird. There's a lot of rules to it, but maybe it draws on a different power source than they think.
I mean, whatever it is, we're gonna find out next chapter. It looks
yeah,
like.
no, definitely. That's why I'm reserving judgment because it seems like next chapter we're really gonna get a look into what exactly their power is, and we're probably gonna see multiple of them. Someone's probably gonna have to step in and stop Maru.
Yeah.
It'll either be Mr. Alien Sukuna himself or a Cross.
Or Tsurugi will probably like step up and try.
Probably
to-
Tsurugi, yeah. That's possible.
They're kind of setting each other up to like be people who are ambassadors for each other's race.
Yeah. But I have a feeling it has to be either Cross or one of the other aliens so that we get an even higher measure of what these powers are.
Yeah, this
in a
would be a
sense.
good. Yeah,
It's just like an opportunity for that. But it could be Tsurugi as well. I can see that.
I saw Chris done read a few comics.
But we'll have to see. I enjoy this chapter a lot though. Those are my thoughts on Jujutsu Kaisen.
All right. You
Let's
ready to
move onward. Dun dun dun. And we'll pass this one over to Brian.
All right. So Dandadan picks up with Okarun heading to school, and he is doing this weird pose because he has to gather energy to the point below his navel and visualize himself beaming chi out of the top of his head. So he's kind of walking around. People are giving him like funny glances and laughing at him. And as he's kind of like, pushing through and just trying to ignore the noise, Vamola. Well, no, that's not Vamola.
I
That's
thought it was
Aya-
Vamola too when I first saw it.
It's fucking
Isa.
I
Right?
forget.
I say.
No, is it? No, it's not.
Isa.
Isa? Is
Right.
that really her name?
Is that her name?
No, I don't think so.
Shiratori is her last name.
We'll just say Shiratori for now. She comes over and she's like, "Hey, what up? What are we doing?" And she kind of explains like that. Queen-
Vamola. Her name is Vamola.
That's not
No, that's not Vamola.
That's not Vamola. That's the ballerina lady.
Acro Silky. But
Vamola is the alien with the Godzilla suit.
yeah. Oh yeah, I was trying to figure out the dancing lady.
Oh no, yeah, that's not her though.
Yeah,
that's not
Ira.
Vamola.
Ira is her name.
I thought it was Iris. I think it's Ira. Something like that. Anyway, Brian, go on.
But the nurse lady was kind of taking care of her and stuff like that, and they continue to walk, and like they kind of fill each other in on like what's been going on, and Okarun was kind of describing why he's walking the way that he does because he's trying to increase his spiritual power. And it's then that they run into Gigi after not seeing each other for a long time. And they ask, "How's Momo?" And then Gigi goes, "About that," to build some suspense. And then he goes, "She's all fixed," in like weird Gigi fashion. What are you doing?
Josh is doing the pose. He's trying to get his spiritual energy out.
I'm like, damn, how long I gotta look at this nigga for notice?
I noticed. I for sure noticed.
You gotta let him stay in that pose the entire
In fact,
time.
I made eye contact with you and I noticed. I just wasn't sure. So it's then that Momo and Vamola appear, and there's this big 2-page spread of Momo noticing Okarun noticing her. And they kind of look at each other, and everybody's like, "Oh my god, it's so good to see you guys. How are you?" And Takakura is like, "You too, Miss Ayase. I missed you." And she's kind of like, thanks," which confuses Okarun. And Ira is like, "Hold on, where the fuck is your enthusiasm?" And Gigi tries to cut in to explain, but it's immediately cut off by Momo going, "Who the fuck are you?" Which shocks everyone. And then Gigi tries to cut in again, but it's already too late. These two are already going at each other. Even if Momo can't remember Ira, they are still going at it no matter what. And Gigi kind of goes, phew, everything's back to normal.
Like, nigga, no, it's not.
He didn't even try. He gave up on trying to explain it. But then we cut off to Momo and Vamola cutting off in front while Gigi kind of fills in Ira and Okarun. And they kind of say that, they give the deets, how Momo lost her memory, what's going on with Miss Seiko and stuff like that. And Okarun is thinking back to all the memories that he had with Momo, and all those memories at the moment are gone. So Gigi continues to describe that Momo's confused too, and she's become super nervous. And Seiko has kind of instructed them to kind of let things be for a bit. As Momo kind of looks at not Momo. Okarun looks at Momo longingly from behind. And we return back to school where Momo hangs out with her, old friends, and Gigi makes the kind of observation that she remembers her buddies more than the rest of them. So there's probably like a good cutoff, like probably right before she met Okarun. That's where her memories are kind of returned to. Like that's where her state is. And Okarun's in class with his head on the table, thinking about all the things that Momo would do for him, like how she was so outspoken and always trying to be close to him. And this brings Okarun to get up and go, well, this time it's my turn to call out to her. And that's where the chapter ends. Chris, what are your thoughts?
Man, this was actually my second favorite chapter of the week.
Oh, wow.
This chapter made me so sad.
Yeah.
Like my heart was a little broken in this one. Just seeing like Okarun just like kind of deal with the memories and
Yeah.
having someone who was excited to see him. It was very sweet. My babies, my sweet babies.
Yeah,
Let them get together.
Yeah.
I was literally kind of bummed out here.
So close.
Yeah, I know. He's like, he was going to confess. And that made me so sad to read. I do like this little moment when Ira and Momo still immediately have the same dynamic as soon as they meet.
Yeah.
It's very Sanji and Zoro, which I don't mind at all. But yeah, this really just like kind of hit me at my core. I was just very sad reading this. I'm very excited to see what Okarun does, because I don't know what you could do in this situation. So yeah, it just gave me the feels, and the GG faces made me laugh, especially this one where he's like, "Oh, back to normal." That one kind of got me a little bit. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say with this one. This one just made me sad, and that's why it was effective.
Yeah.
Josh, what did you think?
Same, bro. This was really sad, and specifically, this reminded me of a Teen Titans episode. As a matter of fact, I think it was the very last Titans
With
episode.
Terra, right?
Yes. These motherfuckers ain't finished the series. But yeah, and I remember feeling so melancholic. And I was young watching that shit, maybe 15 years old. And I didn't know. I think that was the first time I had to deal with like things being up in the air with a show, you know? Because in my child mind, I'm like, there's no way they're going to just leave it like this. They got to make her remember them, and everything's got to go back to good. And bro, I I don't think they knew they was gonna get canceled, but I think they was prepared for that to be the last thing we've seen about Terra,
Yeah.
and that's fine. But that's what this reminded me of, and it was heartbreaking, bro. If they, all right, I'm not gonna get into my feelings. I'm just gonna say predictions, which is I think this was done to her on purpose. I think
You think those hotel people took it away?
yeah, yeah. I think one of them was working with somebody, and it's gonna be someone past Saint Germain. Like it's gonna be the next big villain. I'm kind of predicting that
Interesting.
because this was too
Wanna rob
like
Burgundy?
why did she only
Wrong Burgundy.
no, it's not that serious.
I'm not doing all that.
Those are my thoughts.
Brian, what'd you think?
I already said before I'm not a big fan of the whole amnesia shit. Right? That's the right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You did say that.
I'm not big on amnesia, but I guess like you said last week or our last show, if there was a mangaka who can kind of subvert it and make it a good tool that can be used, it would be this guy. Because so far he does have the kind of framework to kind of pull it off. I guess he does have a little bit of the framework. I'm still not sold. I'm still not sure if I really enjoy it too much, but I am open. I am open to being proved wrong, and I'm very curious to see what he has to do with it. It all depends on what Okarune's about to do. So we'll see. Maybe it's like a Snow White kind of thing where true love's kiss brings back all the memories.
Yeah.
But
I don't know if they'll go that far. Maybe though.
we'll see. But I don't have much else to say aside from that.
All right. Well, Josh isn't here yet, but until he is, he'll probably make it right on time. But that has been Dandadan, and that has been our show.
I don't have a what is a drop?
Nothing. There's no drop. Well, you can do that. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you guys so much for listening. As per usual, you can find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram. Josh is back and at JDCole_37 on Instagram, at New Jump City Josh on Twitter. Brian is at b.esp on Twitter and Instagram. Catch him where he's streaming at New Jump City, not New Jump City, sorry, at twitch.tv/It's Punchline. Email the podcast at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com with any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want us to talk about, and we'll probably do it on the pre-show chat show. Subscribe to us. That's very important. Subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. And we will see you guys next time. Stay safe, New Jump citizens.
Peace.
Peace out.